As the by-election fever heats up, the Progressive Liberal Party is hoping to pull the North Abaco constituency in its column. It's been an F&M stronghold for years, but the PLP leader and Prime Minister is confident that his party has what it takes to pull off a win. Today, he discussed the issue with our Shanique Miller. With Mr. Ingram scheduled to deliver his farewell speech in Parliament on Wednesday, it's expected that both parties will go hard after North Abaco. The F&M wanting to retain what's been in their camp for 8 consecutive terms, and the governing PLP looking to widen their margin by securing North Abaco.
We're going to try to say to the people of Abaco who are in the North Abaco constituency that it is best for them to have our man elected. I think I know who our candidate will be, but we have formal meetings of the candidates committee later this week and a press conference when we will announce our candidate for the by-election that is scheduled upon Mr. Ingram retiring.
But who will lead the party's charge? It's presumed that hopeful Renato Currie is the front runner, but Prime Minister Christie says it's not that cut and dry.
I would have thought Mr. Currie is going to be our candidate, so we could cut to the quick on that. But it's a process that we have to go through, and I'm not sure whether anyone else has applied. But it would seem to me that he would have a very distinct advantage over any other candidate.
Late last week, former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram addressed the media. He slammed the government on a number of issues, candid in his attack on the Christie administration and its first 2.5 months in office. Mr. Christie says it's unfortunate to see Mr. Ingram leaving frontline politics on such a note.
Whenever someone who has been in politics for as long as Mr. Ingram has been in politics takes that kind of adversarial point on a commissioner of police, I think it's regrettable, most regrettable, and I would have thought he would have chosen another way to exit public life, that he would have taken the high road and he would have seen the importance of leaving politics on a high note as opposed to a negative note. But of course, it is his choice. With respect to his criticism of the government, I'm, very much aware of one fact, that I'm the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, I'm the leader of the government, and people will judge me not on what he says, but on what I do and what my government does.
Now, Mr. Ingram's resignation becomes effective August 31st, giving a 60-day window for the by-elections to be held. But Mr. Christie did not give a date on when the by-elections will be.
When someone sets a date that is in the future, you wait until that happens. And because politics is so dynamic, things and events change, and we'll see in Parliament tomorrow another step in Mr. Ingram's political life will be taken, and we'll see whether or not he speaks in Parliament to his retirement, and then we would, in consequence of that, make the decisions about the by-election.
Shanique Miller, 7S News.